Hi, I'm going to show you about my surge protector that I just put on here. It's the Schneider Electric. It's for the Square D, and it says it can go on any panel. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to show you the kit and kind of tell you how it goes together, give you a few pointers, and basically the reason I'm making this video is because if I would have watched this before I did this, then my install would have got a lot quicker and easier. Okay, so what I have, there it is right up there. There's my surge protector, and it's external to the panel. I think it's the class 1 type if I remember from my research, which means it mounts to the outside of the panel. This is the hepd80. It's the higher quality. It costs more. And I put the mounting kit on too. Let me show you the paper. Where did it go? This right here. This is the model that I put on. Square D whole home surge protection 80Ka. Says there's a 5-year warranty, $75,000. I don't know how much that warranty is, just marketing propaganda, but my surge protector is better than the one I had on before, which was nothing. Okay, now look, it says compatible with any electrical panel. It meets the NEC 2020 NEC code. Now, I'm glad it says it's compatible with any electrical panel, because in the directions it's telling you to verify your panel size and blah blah blah, and that kind of confused me. I think there's some more information right here if I can get the camera to focus. Come on, focus, camera. Well, okay, there it is. Technical information, there it is. 120, 240 volt, 3 wire plus ground. 120, 240 volt, 3 conductors. Okay. Maxed surge current 80. So anyway, that kind of confused me. And so then when I said compatible with any electrical panel, I knew that was the right one. Okay. Now, here's what I'm telling you. On the flush mount kit, this is a flush mount kit you need. See that model number by my thumb? hepd58mkf. The 58 will work for the hepd80 or the hepd50. Okay? Because look, it says right there, the 80 or the 50. Now, easy installation. Yes, the installation is easy once you know what you're doing. Okay? Let me show you what comes in the package. So it has the kit. You have to buy the circuit breaker yourself. It has the little mounting plate. The next thing is that little piece of flexible conduit. The next thing is the threaded coupler. Next thing is the threaded nippler for the flex. And then you got the lock ring, the anchors, and the screws. Don't use the anchors. Don't use them. They're garbage. Well, I mean, these are good anchors, but here's why I say don't use these anchors. Because the surge protector, I know it's working because it has the green light on it, which is okay. Once that green light stops working, that means I need a new surge protector. Okay, so my point is, this has to come out of the wall. Well, these screw in fine, but when you go to unscrew them, when you go to unscrew that screw, it doesn't move. It stays locked in that anchor, and that anchor just tears right out of your sheetrock. Okay? So that's why I say do not use these anchors. What I did is I put pieces of wood behind my sheetrock, and I screwed it in with sheetrock screws. Okay? Now I did put had a little more of an overcut than I wanted, so I filled that in, but that doesn't matter because I'm not mud and taped yet. So that's all going to it'll get prettied up. All right? Now, be sure that you use your template. This template comes in the kit because you're going to need to use that. See how big that hole is? You're thinking, how's that going to work? Well, you need your hole that big because when you go to rock it in, you cut your hole in the sheetrock and then you rock it in. And if you don't have your hole that big, then it's not going to work. Now, I like that little piece of flex conduit. This guy right here. I like this because if your hole's not like your knockout, if it's a little bit farther back or if it's off to one side or the other side, then you can kind of manipulate this flex and get it to where it'll go in there. And you're going to have to kind of fight it a little bit. There's no way around that, but it'll work, okay? Now, what I like about this is it's got the direct bus installation. Look, this is the directions. It's telling you. See? That's the surge protector right there, where it says HEPD, and it says you can put your black wires right on the bus. Direct bus wiring, okay? And why did I choose to do it this way? Well, normally, I guess the most common way, like they're showing you here, is you just go right on your breaker, okay? But you need to have a space in your panel for 2 spaces for that 2-pole breaker. And look, it's going to tell you you can get away with a 30 amp breaker. 2 single pole circuit breakers, 15, 20, or 30 amp, okay? Now, all the other surge protectors I saw, nobody else was letting you use a 30 amp breaker. So my plan B was I was going to go on a 30 amp breaker, but I would have had to double lug it, which means I would have had to, because I already have, in my situation, I already have my 30 amp breaker hooked up to something, so it's in use. But sometimes on the breaker there's spaces for additional wires. I would have had to use that. But then if that breaker ever goes bad, or if that breaker's ever shut off, then my surge protector's no good. So that's why I didn't want to do that. With the direct bus like I did, it's always going to be activated unless your main breaker's off. But if your main breaker's off and you have a surge, that doesn't matter because the surge isn't going to go through your house. Does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining that right. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I understand it. So, oh, let me tell you this. Here's what's not included. If you're doing the direct bus, like I did, like I just showed you, you need to get these crimp rings. You just crimp them onto your 14 gauge wires. These holes are a little bit too big, but it'll still work. It's better to have it too big than too small, okay? So I just got these on Amazon. And what else do I need to tell you about this project? I don't know. I got this. See, look, this is my sub panel. I think I went overkill because I'll show you the other one. Vamos a mirar quién está ahí arriba. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, mona? Bien. ¿Qué es lo que tienes en tus camisas? Preciosa. Unicornio tomando fotos, así como a ti te gusta tomar fotos. Preciosa, te amo. Okay, I couldn't resist that. This is my other surge protector I put on. And this is at my main panel. So I got redundant surge protection, which they say that's not a problem. I mean, worst case scenario, I've just wasted time and money installing an extra circuit, extra surge protector, but they say that you're supposed to do that. So I'm even going to put one on another sub panel I have, but I have room, and it's going to be in the, it's going to be the kind where it hooks onto your 2-pole breaker. Now, next time I build a house, I'm not putting a flush mount panel on because just how difficult this was to get that surge protector on there. It's just such, I mean, come on. Like if I would have put this panel in a mechanical room where I would have had, and left it open where I would have access to all sides and the bottom, and then it would have been a lot easier. And if it was behind a door, you know, who cares if it doesn't look so finished and so pretty. So anyway, hope that helps you on your install. I don't know, I guess I should take the panel cover off and show you everything, but I've already got it put back together. But if you just look in your panel, you're going to have that's where those 2 black wires are going, and then your Your green goes on your ground bus, and your neutral goes on your neutral bus, okay? So this is it's easy, and you know if it's right because the green light will come on. If the green light doesn't come on, then you did something wrong. So anyway, hope that helps you with your surge protector install. And it's easy, you can do it. I hope this video gives you confidence for that. So I'll catch you next time.